So, Vera, thank you so much for joining me here today. I mean, I'm very excited to have you here today because you're a true expert on the Latin America, and we are going to talk today about Habanero's expansion in Latin America and the future plans. So, Habanero certainly signed a lot of deals recently, right? So, can you tell us a bit more about the Habanero's partnership with the Rush Street Interactive in US and Colombia?
Yes, thank you for inviting me. I'm very happy to be here with you too. And we are very happy to have partnered up with Rush for Latin America and the United States because it's a giant, both in online and land-based operations. These deals means that we are expanding in Colombia because they are running one of the major casinos there. And also, for the first time, we are entering the United States on social casinos. So everything very exciting.
Exactly. I mean, it's a big deal. So, and to consider the nature of the Rush Street Interactive, how do you see the free-to-play and social casino fitting into overall strategy? Because it's actually something kind of new for Habanero, right?
Yeah, it's something new for us and different from what we have been doing to date. We weren't actually looking for opportunities in this sense, but some opportunities came to us, and we embrace them because we find them very interesting, especially in markets like the United States that we didn't penetrate yet. So it's very useful to understand how our games work there and how they are received by the local players.
Exactly. And the even before the COVID-19, the Colombian, I mean, I'm sure that, you were focused on this market for a longer period, not even before COVID-19. And so the
Yeah.
Colombia and the US online casino markets were some of the most exciting, definitely, from the growth potential. And, with the pandemic dragging on, the future looks even more promising. So how important is Latin America to Habanero's long-term strategy?
Latin America is very important to us, and we dedicate a lot of attention to this market, starting from last year. And being in charge of that market, I'm very much proud of what we achieved. We have in mind to keep growing there, entering new jurisdiction that are going to open soon, like Argentina, Panama, etc. Exciting times.
Yeah, exactly. You're actually like very focused in on the whole region, right?
Yeah, we will penetrate other markets, like I said, and we are keeping eyes everywhere in the region. We are obviously very interested in Brazil because it's by far the biggest market there. So I'm very happy that the government decided to include regulation in the recovery program to mitigate losses from the pandemic. We hope that they manage to go ahead with the regulation, because even now it's even more important than what it was before. The country would really benefit from more income, and given, for example, what happened in Colombia, where the taxes, the funds were used to fund the healthcare system.
Exactly. I mean, like the country will benefit itself from the whole system. But as expert on this market, there are definitely also some challenges. So what are like the biggest challenges to overcome in these regions market?
Yeah, there are definitely a number of challenges there. First of all, the fragmented regulation that we see in the continent, and also even in the same jurisdiction, like for example, Argentina, every province has the authority to regulate by themselves. So this can take even longer to get to the framework like it's happening now. So the city of Buenos Aires did issue the law in the first months of this year. So we hope that we manage to enter the territory soon.
Okay, exactly. And we're talking about the Argentinian and before the Colombian, and we know that the Colombian, you talk about Argentina, so I'm guessing is one of those, but which are like a part of the Colombian market, the Latin markets to watch in 2020?
Yeah, I think we should watch every market there. In this past year, I've been looking at pretty much everywhere because not only big countries like Brazil or Argentina or Peru are taking a lot of steps forward, but even smallest countries like, for example, Panama, Puerto Rico, Bolivia did a lot, and Panama is almost there, for example, and Puerto Rico for sports betting as well. So they are all very interesting markets.
Very exciting. And to know the consider the different regions, as we all know, the European and the Asian slot markets have different preferences. I mean, that's for sure. But are you seeing the differences between the Latam and the Europe? And if what are the biggest ones?
There are differences between Europe and Latin America, but I think that the common traits are more than the differences. So, for example, when it comes to teams and plots, Latin American players enjoy both Asian teams and more localized teams. Like, for example, we have a Mexican team slot, which is called Five Mariachis. That is quite a hit there. And but also other successful games of ours works there very well. For example, classic themes like Egyptians, fruit, etc. So I think the tastes of the players there are quite similar to ours.
Okay, very interesting. And we here at Iron News, we speak a lot about the millennials demographic and about their preferences and the trends, because certainly, we're entering in the era where the millennials are going to be our main client. So how is Habanero making sure that its product it still appeals to the millennial?
I think we did a lot in the last year to make our product even more entertaining and engaging for this demographic too. So in the last 3 years, we worked a lot around gamification, and we are very proud now to have an amazing marketing tools portfolio, including tournaments, jackpot variants, etc. So yeah, so I think in our portfolio you can find everything for everyone, really.
Yeah, and talking about the millennials, are there any plans to integrate like a skill-based elements in the future?
Actually, we already released a couple of games lately, which are based on skill games.
Okay.
So they are slot games, but inspired by classic skill games. And the last one that we released, which is my current favorite, is called Scopa, which means broom. This game is based on a classic Italian table game that we've all been playing with our families.
Yeah, I mean, definitely the Italians are gonna enjoy it because it's very legendary kind of the game to play
Yeah, it's
with the family
legendary. I think
members.
it's the
Yeah,
most popular in
yeah.
Italy.
During the
Yeah, and also,
holidays.
yeah.
Exactly, exactly. So I mean, like,
Mm.
I mean, definitely there's a lot of stuff you do at the Habanero. So can you maybe tell us about the products are you planning to launch in the coming in months? So what are the future plans for the Habanero?
Yeah, as you know, we are one of the few providers left which that only focus on one vertical, which is lot. We're not doing anything else, so we have been really specializing on slots in the last year, and you can see from our last releases, and we will keep doing that, releasing better games every month, super high quality game, and stunning graphics. So I think you will see better and better games going forward from Habanero.
Well, Vera, thank you so much for this interview. I mean, I mean, we got really interesting insight on the Latin America from you, and we gonna watch the development and Habanero. So keep eye on this space because we're gonna cover it definitely. Okay,
And
thank you so much,
yes,
and have a nice day, Vera.
Simona, bye. Speak
Bye.
soon. Bye bye.